back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marie. If you're not, hey, how are you, but really? So in today's video, it's going to be episode 2 of the Hey, How Are You, But Really series. I know the last one I did was, I think it was a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know, I can't keep track of time these days. Time is just, if anyone can relate, please do like this video and comment down below, because I feel like time, I don't have a sense of time or a sense of days or a sense of what month we're in. I just go with the flow. But yeah, I did ask over on my Instagram for you guys to send in some scenarios, and I got a few. I'll probably just do like 4 for today, but yeah, we'll just delve right into it. So the first one is, I have African parents. They have very high standards for me, but I'm becoming really low because I know I can't meet them. Okay, so I feel like every African child can relate to this, just because with African parents, they always want the best for you, and they always want you to be either a lawyer or a doctor or some sort of major profession, so they can tell their relatives they can tell their relatives back home that, oh, my child is a lawyer, oh, my child is a doctor. But that's not the reality, because we're not all skilled in that department. We don't all want to be doctors, or we don't all want to be lawyers. For example, me, I did a degree in music, so you can imagine for an African child to be doing a degree in music, people were just like, hey, wow, your parents must be easy, but they're not. They're just very understanding, and that's one thing I definitely say to you. Just make sure that your parents understand you, and understand that sometimes you're not the cleverest bunch, because I'm not clever at all. I would say that I'm not clever in terms of that side of things, but creatively I feel as though I could literally make anything. I can sew dresses. I can't really paint, I'm not into that drawing side of it, but I can like write songs, write lyrics, all those sort of creative things I feel like I can do. But the same way a doctor couldn't do what I'm doing is the same way I can't do what they're doing. So you just need to sit down with your parents and let them understand that obviously you're not gifted in that department, and that's okay. But I feel like this will all come from a discussion, and it won't be something that your parents will know right away. And it's not, I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy, because some African parents still want to push you to do something that you don't want to do. But I definitely say just try continuously talking to your parent, and if you get on with one parent better than the other, probably try and go that way instead of speaking to both of them at the same time. Maybe it's better just to speak to one of them, but I definitely say keep trying, because if you just give up after one go of speaking to them and they don't understand you and they don't listen to you, they will feel as though you've given up on even trying to get them to listen, if that makes sense. So if you continuously try, then it shows them the passion that you have for whatever you want to do, and it shows them that you're actually serious about what you want to do. Sometimes parents can also feel like it's a phase, so sometimes they can feel like, oh, you just want to do music because you saw Justin Bieber on TV and you're just like, oh, I want to be like Justin Bieber. But if you're continuously persistent about it, then it shows them that you're actually properly interested in it and you want to pursue it. I hope that's enough advice for that scenario. The next one is, my close friend has not been acting himself lately. I'm worried about him. What should I do? So in terms of, if you say he's not acting himself, what is it that he would normally do? If it's a case of like he would normally be much of an extrovert in terms of like bubbly, be the party starter, always be loud mouthing, and then now he's suddenly become an introvert in terms of like he doesn't really want to talk much, he doesn't want to come to social events with you and your friends and stuff like that, then I would definitely say try and look into, number one, maybe speaking to his parents, because I feel as though sometimes it could be a case of your friendship just not working and maybe you just separating as friends, or it could be a case of the same thing that you're experiencing with him is what his parents are experiencing with him. So that might in turn be shown as he might be suffering from minor depression. It could be major depression, we don't know what scale it is at. So I feel as though number one step is obviously to speak to his parents, see Wagwan in that situation, as in like what is going on with him at home as well. Also speak to the rest of your friendship group, if you do have like a friendship group that you regularly meet up as. Speak to the rest of your friends and see their perception of it, because you might see things, I feel as though unless you speak to other people about it, you might see things differently opposed to what maybe your friend might see things as, and vice versa. So definitely speak to like your friends in your friendship group. I definitely say if it's a case of like all of you agreeing on the fact that he is becoming a lot more introverted, I would say that definitely try and speak as a group as what you feel like the best thing is to do, because it could be a case of like maybe his parents speaking to him, whoever's closest to him maybe just needs to sit him down and speak to him and see what is actually going on in his life, because there could be something going on which he's not sharing with any of you. So I definitely say delve deeper into that, and then from there he can go on to speaking to his doctor about relevant treatments that might be able to help him feel a bit more happier, and just kind of go from there. But I definitely say don't keep it to yourself. Definitely try and explore with different people that he spends the most time with and see if they're getting the same vibe as you're getting. So the next scenario is I've been feeling really low during lockdown. So I did do a video on this last week, I think. Yeah, I did a video on this last week about different things that you can do during lockdown just to keep you busy and just to keep your mental state well. So if you want to see that, you can obviously go back to my video from last week. But in terms of just quick tips to throw in this video, I would just say keep busy, number one. Always stay in contact with friends and family. Don't keep to yourself, even if it's a case of you having to self-isolate by yourself and you having to work from home, and it's a case of you don't interact with humans a lot because obviously you're just by yourself 24/7. I'd say definitely FaceTime is going to be your best friend, Zoom is going to be your best friend, and just use them to their full extent and just call your friends, call your family whenever you need to call them. I feel as though, especially friends and family, they won't mind you calling them, obviously normal times, obviously not 1 in the morning when they're trying to sleep and they got work in the morning, but definitely try and call them and just contact them and just have a chat, see what's going on in their lives. You can share a bit about what's going on in your life, and it will just literally get your mind off what you're constantly thinking about day to day. Obviously I'm not saying this is a long-term solution, because obviously the phone call will only last so long, and then you're back to you being by yourself, but at least it's that short-term release of being able to talk to people around you and not focusing on obviously all the bad and the negative thoughts that are probably going through your head. So that's one thing I definitely tell you to do. Exercise definitely as well, especially because Boris has given us a gel out of free card by letting us out once a day for exercise. I definitely say use that to its full extent. If it means you starting running, if it means you starting walking, any of these things, just go and enjoy the outdoors that has been created for us, because normally a lot of us during our day-to-day lives would not normally be able to walk in different areas and explore the town around us, just because obviously we're so busy with life. But now life has had to slow down by force. I feel as though it's a great time for us all just to go explore the outdoors that are around us. Maybe walk to a place that you've never walked to and explore that. Walk to an area that you never thought existed. Just try and do things that you never would have imagined doing in the first place. So yeah, I think that's mainly it. But obviously, like I said, go and look at my previous video. So the last scenario for episode 2 is how do I support my sister going through depression? So for your sister going through depression, I think as a sister to her, I would definitely say just try and support her. Sometimes it is really hard because obviously everyone's not that kind of caring and empathetic kind of person. Sometimes as a sister, you just generally are the type of person who doesn't like sharing emotions. You don't like that soppy side of things, and that's fair enough. But I feel like that side of you has to come out when you're trying to support your sister, because at the end of the day, she's going to go through huge major mood swings, right up to happy one day and next day she's crashing down and literally she feels at her rock bottom. So I feel as though you just need to try and adjust to her and try and be there for her, because that's all someone with depression kind of needs. They just need you to know that you're there for them and you're there to support them whatever they need. And I feel like as well, maybe try to go on like more sister dates. Try and go out like shopping. Well, obviously not right now with the whole lockdown, but like back before lockdown or after lockdown, maybe try and obviously go on dinner dates as sisters, go on movie dates, maybe go shopping together, go for lunch together, just things that will allow her to get out of the house and let her know that obviously you care. And it's more than just saying, oh yeah, I care, but it's actually showing it. That's the thing that she really needs to know. Maybe supporting her by going to like appointments with her and just stuff like that. Just basically smother yourself smother yourself in her life and just be there, like basically on top of her to the point where she's just like, get off me. That's basically it, to be honest. I don't think there's much else I could probably possibly add. Maybe look at different websites as well to do with depression, because that might give you a couple of tips on how to support someone who's nearest and dearest to you that is struggling with depression. So maybe look at those as well. I know there's obviously a charity called Mind. I think they do have a website. Maybe you can go on there and they have some links on there as well. so definitely check that out. I think that's all the advice I have to share with you guys. If you didn't send anything in this time, I hope the scenarios that I mentioned did benefit you, and I hope you can take something away from this video. For this video, I think that's it, but please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Obviously think like probably like very things, and she's until she's, I don't know, man, I don't know. Okay, so that who